Oh, you're not. You think so?
So you can... I didn't say he used to love, didn't like it. You've not been working him.
No harder than you. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the laws must...
Then maybe this all...
I suppose things have... Perhaps Hippocrates...
Instead of everything.
Blackthorn. Not really. This what? I just... And you might... Perhaps you...
Still, you got... It's just...
And that was?
A sword. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blade.
That's about the size of it.
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords or all, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about... You look. I want to...
Run it.
Nice.
Bill, there's no... Which can it? It's floor and his record.
Thank
you.
Oh.
Seems the hideaways.
Is a storm coming soon?
Lawsman. He is. I don't think. She says he's up.
All and I, if it may frost, and the luck
Even
good.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Fucking thieving bastards.
As if life hadn't been hard enough round here since the fang fell.
Sid. Oh, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but if left to smolder, that anger...
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will, it may still be possible to make... before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
My reputation will be ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the...
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't...
Please, allow me to... His lordship is going through it.
Radim!
Very good. Would you mind...
I'm sorry for...
That? No, he's been dispossessed.
I don't suppose a single...
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve...
You
I want an order.
a condition.
I don't suppose...
I did not. Every...
And that's where I'm...
I shall...
That will be very...
Farewell.
Fucking thieving bastard.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard.
Good girl.
Faster!
No holding back. This won't be easy. That'll do, girl.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard.
Let's go. All right.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be all right.
whether it's... What shall I call you?
Wyvern. Glad to...
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to redeem here to...
A few moments of your...
You're a bit...
Master Wyvern.
Oh, Karen drove me. It was made and is used they believe. Each sword is made for that one deserve.
But how do they hone such...
Why, they use a whetstone of whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharp. A mineral, quite foreign. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little take this, together with my regard, the very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself. And a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
So I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of... I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Fucking thieving.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not to be trifled with.
After it.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the band.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears all of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one...
Very well.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Mistakes, I concede, are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The womenfolk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
To overwhelm us.
Sword and stone!
Too slow. Nice try. Very well.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.